intend to keep this up?
What?
Well, last night when you came home from the dinner, you hardly spoke 2 words to me. And this morning the conversation's been nil.
Well, there wasn't much to tell.
Oh? Why not?
The reunion was nostalgic to begin with and boisterous towards the end.
And you didn't join in the fun? I came home at 10 o'clock. Thought these things went on much longer.
Yes, well, I had a headache. Decided to leave early. Could you pass me a spoon, please?
Who did you talk to from your regiment?
It's really not important.
Did anybody recognise you from your regiment?
Good God, woman, can't you take a hint? I don't want to talk about it, all right?
Surprise, surprise, eh?
Hiya, Mum.
Hello, really, love. Morning, Billy.
Hi, Julia. You're out early, aren't you?
Well, it's better than sitting in counting the spots on my living room wallpaper. Oh, hey, Billy. You've done my Reenie really proud moving here.
Joe thinks so, too.
Oh, what a nice, quiet street, hey?
Close, Ma'am.
Oh, whatever. It's cosy. Oh, yeah, I like it. I really do. Oh, hey, Billy, it's a palace. Well, apart from the mess. You won't go far wrong moving here. Mark my words.
What do you think of the fireplace?
Oh, it's beautiful.
We did it ourselves, you know.
Get away.
Homemade, you might say.
And a good job, too. And look at that kitchen. Oh, isn't it spacious? Oh, elegant, isn't it?
I'm glad you like it. Would you like a cup of tea?
Now, don't ask stupid questions, Reenie. Have you ever known me refuse a nice hot cup of tea before, eh? Any road, I'll make it, seeing I've come to stay. I might as well make myself useful before I have a look upstairs. Then I'll go and meet the neighbours and have a jangle. You don't mind, do you really, love?
Mrs. Cross, is it?
Yeah.
My name is Stone, Norman Stone. I'm here to help you. I heard about your sad bereavement from a past acquaintance of your late departed wife.
Who was it?
The name escapes me for the moment. Anyway, to the point. I'm a dealer in antiques, second-hand furniture, bric-a-brac. I know from experience how hard a bereavement can be on one's pocket, especially to elderly folk like yourself.
So you want to know if I got anything to sell, eh?
Oh, let's put it this way. You may now have things you no longer have any need for since your sad loss.
No, I haven't.
Oh, that's a pity, because I do have a reputation for paying the highest possible prices, and I'm sure you could use the money.
What do you think, Ralph?
Oh, it's up to you, Harry.
Immediate cash, Mr. Cross. Well, the clothes are all right, Mr. Cross, but I couldn't give you much for them. I mean, it's hardly worth my while. I'll take them off your hands as a favour for £3.
For all of them?
Look at it this way, Mr. Cross. With respect, what use are they to you now, eh?
Yeah, okay.
What about jewellery?
What about it?
Did your wife have any? A wedding ring, an engagement ring?
Yeah, but it's well out of reach.
None at all.
Not for sale, no. That clock any good, Jeff?
If I gave you £2, I'd be doing myself.
Tom, what about the other things you're writing in your book?
To be quite honest, Mr. Cross, there's not a lot here I can shift. And what I can, I'd only get buttons for.
What are those?
The piano, the clock, the railway lamp, and candlesticks. And I will take the clothes off your hands as a favour.
How much the lot?
Hang on. Who do they belong to, me or you?
Sorry,
How much the lot?
£3 the clothes, 2 for the clock, 4 for the railway lamp, and 3 for the candlesticks.
Doesn't seem much, does it, Ralph?
No, it doesn't.
You've missed out the piano.
Oh, did I? Tell you the truth, I'm a bit undecided. It's very hard to market. Tell you what, because of your unfortunate circumstances, I will take it off you for 15. No, go on, 20.
What do you think, Ralph?
It's up to you. If it was me...
£25. Now, I can't say fairer than that. You won't get a better price anywhere.
Okay, it's a deal.
Good. Good, that's a wise decision. I make it, I owe you £37.
Couldn't make it even 40, could you?
Mr. Cross, I'll hardly make a profit as it is.
Just thinking, Harry. Do you remember in the old days when you and Edna used to argue about who was the worst piano player?
Do I? Who could forget?
What was the name of that song she was always playing?
Green sleeves. Get on me nerves.
Yeah. And you used to say if she played it one more time, you were going to get rid of that piano.
What she used to say, you'll get rid of it over my... Look, put your money away. I'm not selling the piano. I'm not selling anything. You heard. I'm not going to explain why. You wouldn't understand.
I didn't come here to waste my time.
And I didn't invite you neither, so on your bike, eh?
I'll see myself out.
Memories are precious. That's why I'm going to keep those things. Remind me of her. That's why I had her buried with the engagement ring I bought her. So she'd have something of mine.
Hello, can I help you?
Oh, I don't need any help. You see, my daughter Reenie's just moved into number 10. Her name's Doreen, but I call her Reenie.
Oh.
Julia Brogan, the name is. But you can call me Julia.
Oh, Ralph Hardwick. Pleased to meet you, Julia.
Likewise, Ralph. Any road, I thought, seeing that I'm come to visit, I might as well get to know the neighbours. I've just been talking to that nice Mrs. Collins.
Oh, I see.
Oh, eh? See a bit of a gardener then, eh?
Well, I like to think so, but I'm no expert.
Oh, I am. Beautiful little garden I've got. So if ever you need any help, Ralph.
I'll bear that in mind.
Does your wife garden?
No, I'm a widower.
Oh, I'm a widow. Isn't that a coincidence?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. Albert passed on a long time ago. Oh, look at that. Ah. Oh.
You, just tell me it's your husband then, Julia.
Sometimes. Oh, he was a wild one, was Albert. A bit like Billy when he was young.
Billy?
Billy Corkill, my Reenie's fella.
Oh, I've met him briefly. So he was a bit of a lad in his youth, was he?
Oh, yeah, more's the pity. He wasn't the sort of man I liked hanging around, my Reenie. And I used to tell him as much.
So you don't get on with him then, Billy?
Oh, now we do, yeah. He's turned into a lovely man. Salt of the earth he is.
Well, he must have heeded your warning then, about mending his ways.
Well, I'd like to think that, Ralph. But really, you know, It was the horror of what happened to his older brother Frankie that really calmed him down.
Why? What happened to Frankie?
Well, I can't tell you about that.
Oh.
Well, will you promise to keep it quiet?
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
He was murdered.
Murdered?
Yeah.
How did that happen?
He was beaten to death by some bloke in a gang feud. Terrible how to do it was. Oh.
Oh, I bet it was. What happened to the black fellow that did it?
He got 11 years. They should have hung the swine.
Oh, is he still inside?
Oh, no, not for that. I believe he's been in and out since, though. Lucky for him.
Why'd you say lucky?
Well, I'm not keeping you for anything, am I, Ralph?
Oh, no, I've got all day. No, go on.
Well, you see, Billy and Jimmy...
Who's Jimmy?
That's Billy's younger brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, they both swore to revenge their Frankie's death, but they never have. Oh, we've had our troubles over the years.
Yeah, we had a spotted bother here ourselves not so long ago.
Oh, aye?
Yeah, with a gangster called Tommy McCardle.
Oh, no. Don't tell me there's thugs round here. I thought Irene and Billy'd got away from that sort of thing when they came to live here. What did this man do?
Well, he,
Come on, if you go in the shops with me.
We'll have to go now, Ralph. Maybe we can get together again sometime, eh?
Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, tatty-bye for now.
Yeah, see you, Julie.
Who's that then?
A very nice lady, Harry. I think she has designs on me.
Oh, give over, will you? At your age, if you're that desperate for a bit of skirt, I'll advertise in the Mersey Mart for you.
Oh, Harry?
Yeah?
Ah, it doesn't matter, forget it.
You've got something on your mind. What is it?
No, I haven't, honest, no.
You haven't broken anything, have you? And you're frightened to tell me, like crockery.
No, forget it, just forget it.
Well, still count me best plates and saucers anyway.
You could at least have finished your meal.
Have you hit me with another barrage of questions? You went on to me this morning about the dinner. I'm hardly home 10 minutes.
I just don't understand why you're being so pig-headed.
You're not going to give up, are you?
Just tell me what happened and then we can forget it.
I never went to the dinner.
Why not? After dressing for it? Why did you pretend you had?
I never went for a variety of reasons.
What reasons?
I want to forget about the war, about death. Lord, had enough of it here in the close without going to dinners to be reminded of it. And I don't want to hear stories about past comrades who've died. That would only make me feel worse. Does that make sense, Anna?
Yes, it does.
But that's not the only reason why I didn't go.
Oh, go on.
Well,
You're better getting it all off your chest, you know.
The main reason I didn't go was because of something that happened during the war. I felt too ashamed. It happened just outside Rangoon. We were advancing slowly and had been told to keep a sharp lookout for snipers. We came into a clearing and suddenly I saw one of them. His rifle leveled at one of my men. I drew my revolver and aimed. I'd never shot a man before. I was too scared to fire. But then the Jap fired and shot my man in the shoulder. A moment later, there was a shot beside me, and a young private called Bezic had seen the sniper too. A split second later, I fired myself. It was Bezic's bullet that killed the Jap, but everybody thought I'd killed him. I got the praise and the thanks, but I couldn't own up that I'd been too scared to fire. But Bezic knew.
And that was it.
That was it, Hannah. My moment of weakness.
So you experienced a moment of fear as a young soldier. That's nothing to be ashamed of. Thousands of soldiers have experienced the same fear.
That man could have been killed.
But he wasn't, was he?
No, he made a complete recovery.
So what's the problem?
Well, Bezic went off soon after to take a commission. Had a good career, apparently. I completely lost touch with him. I found out a couple of days ago that he was on the organizing committee for this damn dinner. Couldn't bear to face him.
You're being too hard on yourself, Paul. It's all in your mind. Don't suppose he even remembers after all this time, or even cares.
And don't you see, Anna? The point is that I remember it vividly. And that's what hurts so much.
Tom, you won't believe what happened to the television.
Just read that. It's brief, but to the point.
What am I looking for?
That. I was feeling relatively happy till I saw that.
Rumours of poor design work. Doubts about sales. Product viability.
An assassination job on Curzon Communications by that reporter you spoke to yesterday.
I didn't tell him anything.
Well, he obviously spoke to someone else. Someone who knew about the design fault.
Have you any idea who his informant could be?
Nah, it could be anyone.
Or whoever it is, he or she's out to get you.
Ruin me, more like. But they won't. When money's concerned, Heather, I can be as ruthless as anyone. You've got to be, otherwise you can go under quicker than you can say bankruptcy. And I'm not going to let a creep like that get in my way.
I should have known you had a tough streak in you by the way in which you sacked Deacon Matthews.
Talking of possible informants, Matthews could have tipped the press off about the design fault.
Well, if it is, can you do anything about it?
Nothing. But I know what I'd like to do.
What?
Stick me fist in his vindictive face.
You're joking, I hope.
Anyway, forget that. My priority now is to talk to that reporter and get him off my back.
And how do you intend doing that?
The only way a journalist will drop a story is if he gets his teeth into a spicier one. It's up to me to supply him with the goods. At whoever's expense.
What do you mean exactly, Tom?
Don't ask. It's best you don't know.
Tom? What do you mean?
It's business, Heather. Just business.
Harry, I've been hiding something from you. It's been worrying me sick.
I must admit you don't look good. What is it?
Edna's ring. The engagement ring you wanted buried with her.
What about it?
Well, the undertaker made a mistake and he forgot to bury it with you. I've been going to tell you before now, but I didn't want to upset you after all you've been through. I'm sorry, Harry, truly.
Yeah, it's not your fault, Ralph. You've been worrying about giving it back to me all this time. Since Edna's funeral.
Yeah, as I said.
Because you were worrying about me. And I was thoughtful of you. I feel as though I should be upset. But I'm not for some reason. I can't explain rightly.
Maybe it's fate.
Eh?
Well, maybe Edna wanted you to keep the ring. To remind you of her.
No, you could be right, Ralph. It can't be anything as special as an engagement ring, can there?
No, they can't.
The gossip columns find out that it was you who first discovered the fault. And that we're seeing a lot of each other. Won't take them long to come to their own conclusions. Then the press will really have a go at me.
Don't you mean us?
That's the same thing. And I don't need it. I've got enough on me plate with this flotation.
Perhaps it would be more convenient for you, Tom, if you weren't having an affair with an employee of the accountants who are handling the flotation, huh?
Yeah, it would. There's millions of pounds at stake here. But there are sometimes more important things than convenience. Hey, all this isn't getting to you, is it?
I can't say the idea of my good character being dragged through the mud pleases me.
Heather, you're a big girl now. She'll be able to take these little digs in your stride.
Apparently my skin isn't as thick as yours.
Well, you'd better toughen it.
You think so?
Listen, you better accept the fact that I'm often in the public eye. Those close to me are sometimes caught in the spotlight, whether they like it or not.
You know, I think there's a lesson might be learned from all this.
How do you mean?
Well, you see, I've been acting much like Gordon did, wanting to run away from a problem. I shouldn't be so ashamed of what I did. And I shouldn't have made Gordon ashamed of what he is. Perhaps I've been too harsh with him and Lucy. I blame myself for his going to France, you know.
I don't follow you.
Well, if I'd shown more guts about that Rangoon business, I wouldn't have a guilty conscience now. If I'd been more sympathetic to Gordon, he wouldn't have run off with a guilty conscience. He'd still be here, and I wouldn't feel so bad.
Perhaps you're right. But it's not too late to remedy the situation in person.
How do you mean?
Well, we haven't had a proper holiday. We could go to France, see Lucy and Gordon, like you suggested.
Are you serious?
Of course I am. Or as they say in France, of course I am. Oh.